fresh off the FedEx truck is my new passport. So let's unveil it together. All right. Oh, okay. More packaging. Got some documents that I sent in and my passport. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh. So how did I get here? How did I end up with a Grenadian passport? My dad is actually from Grenada, born and raised. And my mom is from Trinidad, but her parents are from Grenada. So lots of Grenadian roots. And I really had no idea how I was gonna find my way to Caribbean citizenship. I knew it was gonna happen eventually, but the information on the internet was just sparse. So after years of just kind of forgetting about it, putting it to the back of my mind, this year I was like, I'm actually really gonna dig and figure this out because this information has to be somewhere. I did all the Googles, and some of these web pages look like Angel Fire pages from like 1999, random PDFs from random agencies that work with folks who are looking to get a second, third, whatever citizenship. And I just decided to call. I called the Grenadian consulate in New York City and easily got through. I spoke to a lovely woman. She was so sweet. And I told her my situation and, my roots and all of that. And if, a passport or citizenship was an option for me. And she said, absolutely. Honestly, I wasn't even prepared for all of the information she had for me. She just started running down a list of all the things I would need, and I ran and got a notebook and started scribbling down the notes. Okay, so the process was that I had to send in my dad's birth certificate, which he did not have on hand. He had to send to Grenada for it. So I had to wait for him to send to Grenada for it and then receive it and then send it to me. I had to include, and these are original documents, my original birth certificate. I included copies of both his birth certificate and mine. I had to do a first time applicant questionnaire kind of thing. I also had to do the full on application. I had to provide my 2 passport photos, one of which had to be notarized on the back, a copy of my passport, my American passport, 2 money orders, one for $350, which was the passport application fee, and one for $20. That was just the return postage fee for my passport and my documents. I'm sorry, I just had to go back in my calendar and check because I was like, this couldn't have happened that fast. Yes, it happened that fast. It took a week. So yesterday I received a call from them, which was May 5th, that they had everything ready for me and that they would be mailing it FedEx overnight, and will someone be at home to receive it tomorrow? And I said, yeah, so it is May 6th. Again, I mailed everything to them April 16th. I think they received it on the 18th. I heard back from them on the 23rd. I had my interview that day, very brief interview. They mailed it back, they sent it back to Grenada on the 25th, it's my understanding. And it is now May 6th. And I have my passport. Easy peasy. Look at us, Caribbean people, efficient. We can do it. I would recommend calling and asking questions. People are friendly, people are helpful. So why Grenada? As a kid, I went to Grenada a number of times. I barely remember, I was so young. But when I finally did as an adult, I was 23. That was the last time I went to Grenada before this year. And I just remember loving it, just feeling the vibes. It was chill. I felt comfortable. I felt at home. And I just kind of put it to the back of my mind. Never really thought about it again, because in your 20s, you're into the action. I mean, at that point in 2011, I was moving to London. So right after visiting Grenada, I moved to London. I traveled throughout Europe, moved back to New York City, enjoyed my 20s in New York City. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. But now that I'm getting older, I want something different. I clearly now live at a much slower pace. I live in the South and I like it, but I'm ready for even more ease and comfort. I'm ready to live off of the land. I'm ready to be by the beach. I'm ready just for other things. The beautiful thing about a Grenadian passport is that Grenada is part of CARICOM, the Caribbean community. And with a CARICOM passport, you are officially a citizen of Grenada, but you can live and work in any of the CARICOM countries. And there are 15 other nations that you can live in. So I have options. I love Grenada, but I have options. How cool is that? Grenada is also a Commonwealth country, so that also grants privileges to me. If I want to go to the UK, I believe I can stay up to 6 months. And I'm sure there are lots of other things. So if I choose to have kids in Grenada, they'll have access to scholarships to go to school in the UK because of the Commonwealth relationship. There's a lot that I'm still learning about CARICOM, and my understanding is that the relationship between the member states are still growing. So there's a lot more research for me to do, but at this point in time, I'm excited just to have options. Options. We all need options. We all deserve options. And as a kid who grew up, with Caribbean roots in Brooklyn, so many of my friends have roots in the Caribbean or just elsewhere in the world. And we don't take advantage of the fact that we have this in our back pocket. We can easily apply for citizenship by descent. We always talk about white privilege and all the privileges that white people have in the United States. And this is a privilege that we have. People are paying $1 to $500,000 for these through citizenship by investment programs. $500,000 for a passport, yes. And the $400 I paid for this, it's basically free. As we get older, our needs change, our wants change, how we see life changes. Forget about the political climate, the economic climate, whatever fear-mongering that's going on. Lean into who you are and what you want. And again, as we grow older, we want options, we want freedom, and we deserve at least that. Our ancestors, our parents left their homelands to come to the US or the UK or Canada and build a life, and they set us up for success. I'm at the point where I kind of want to pay it forward. I want to complete the circle, close the cycle, and take my talents back to the Caribbean. Over the course of generations, there's been a brain drain throughout the Caribbean. The best and the brightest taking their talents to the UK, Canada, the US, to Western nations, all to chase fancy cars and nice bags and big houses, and to get caught up in capitalism, to get caught up in the struggle, honestly. And again, getting this passport doesn't necessarily mean that you have to move back, but it's an option and it's here whenever you need it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'm happy to do research. Again, because I'm learning, there's a lot for me to dig into, to process. I'm so excited. I'm still coming down. To look at this and see nationality as Grenadian is just so surreal. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Oh, so surreal.